Together, we will make America strong again.
You are fake news.
Okay, here we are in the magAMedia podcast. At Small Town Andrew, and I'm here with Rob JH1, Rob Harper. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yes, welcome.
Today we'll be talking about a variety of subjects: the impeachment hearing, Prince Andrew, Adam Schiff. Get down to the plethora of things. Is there anything you were wanting to start off with today, Rob?
Well, nothing in particular. I mean, of course, everything, not everything, but what's on everyone's mind right now is the entire impeachment circus that's been taking place. I don't know how you can impeach a president based upon he said, she said, they said, my grandma said, my dog said. It's completely ridiculous. But that's what the Democrats want to do. And interestingly enough, they've been trying to impeach this president ever since he was elected back in November 2016. You can look on the internet, you can see different tapes of them saying, even this one guy what's the guy's name from Texas, saying that the only way we can defeat Donald Trump is to impeach Al Green, right, is to impeach him. I mean, it's like, what kind of sense does that make? You have the media from day one saying this is an impeachment offense. We're at a stage whereby things are going to explode. The president is going to resign. Well, folks, we're now in 2019 and it's November, and he's yet to resign. But what he has done is he has lowered unemployment, the lowest it has ever been in the past 50 years. The Dow Jones is up, and not only the Dow Jones is up, but the economy itself, according to the Treasury, Jerome Mill is saying that the economy looks great. So what exactly is the left and the Democrats in the mainstream media, what are they complaining about? We have a robust economy. We're getting a deal with China, which is something that we need. Actually tweeted about it. So again, I ask, what is the problem other than the fact that they lost and they have not been able to accept defeat in this election? The election 2000, they've never been able to accept defeat. Whenever a Republican bests a Democrat, it always goes back to what happened. They cheated. The Russia collusion. 2 years out of my life following that. 2 years. 2 years, $30 million spent. It was a Russian hoax, but they were saying there was Russian collusion. And why, may I ask, hasn't Adam Schiff presented the information, and Eric Swalwell, they both said that they had concrete information, concrete evidence that the president colluded with Russia.
Adam Schiff is the same guy that for 2 years claimed that he had proof of Trump-Russia collusion, and he came up with absolutely nothing. I don't know why he's even allowed to be on this committee, because he's proven he's a partisan hack that's got it in for President Trump. And he's got no ability to be impartial.
Right. Not only is he a partisan hack, he's a liar. He's a professional liar. He's a political liar who has not been able to produce a political liar with buggy eyes and a pencil neck. I didn't want to go there, but I did. What can I say? But I mean, come on, folks. let's get real here. It's unbelievable. I mean, this guy has been saying from day one that he has evidence. Where is the evidence? I want to see it. They should not let him off so easily. Why? The media aren't pressing him on this and saying, hey, where is the evidence? And that's another thing, Andy, that I don't understand about the media. I mean, they're letting these guys get away with the ultimate crime of the century. I was listening to Chris Wallace the other day. He was saying, well, it is my job just to report the news and be objective. No, you have not been objective. You have not been reporting the news. You've been a biased political hack.
That's right. They just got rid of Shepard Smith, and it seems like Chris Wallace is taking a spot in no place or no time.
Well, yeah, they got rid of Shepard Smith, but I heard just the other day that Shepard Smith gave some speech whereby he was slamming, once again, the Trump administration and the folks at Fox. And I said this once before on our podcast, and I'll say it again, and I was going to write about it. a lot of people are just like completely bent out of shape because they feel that Fox should be doing more to support the president. And, why are they saying this and why are they saying that? And this is something I want people to consider and to think about. I went to journalism school. I know the ins and the outs of what makes a story and what doesn't make a story. What we see right now is not journalism. I think it was back in the late 90s that the Associated Press decided that they were going to allow their writers, journalists, and reporters to give their opinions on the stories. Well, your opinion is just that, an opinion. It's not gospel. It's not the truth, but it's your opinion. And no, I don't like this. Well, that's my truth. Well, your truth isn't necessarily the real truth. So when they started giving their opinion, people started watching and tuning in and assuming that their opinions were legitimate news. And it's not. Look at CNN. Look at MSNBC. From the day they're on the air, they're giving their opinions. They're reporting the news, but they're giving their opinion in on it. And people assume that their opinion is the truth. Okay, let's look at Fox News. Fox News does a little bit of the same thing. In the morning, on their morning show, they have a mix of journalists, commentators, and pundits. I expect that on a morning show. But at 9 Eastern Time until noon Eastern Time, it is strict journalism. Bill Hammer and I think it's Sandra something, I can't think her name escapes me right now. They're giving straight news. They're not giving their opinions. Now, they will have other guests on the show to opine, but it's strictly straight news. Now, after that, you have Harris Faulkner and her gang of, round table. Again, the same thing. They're giving their opinions. And that's what I expect to hear, their opinions. Okay. Now, later on in the day, let's see, I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern Time, you have Brett Baier. 7 p.m., you have Martha McCallum. They're giving the news mixed in with commentators that are giving opinions that are trying to spin things. I don't expect Brett Baier to come out and say, well, this is the way it is and they're going to win. I don't want to hear that from him. I just want straight news. Leave the spinning and all that stuff for the pundits. After that, you have Tucker Carlson and you have Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity has said 1,000,000 times, I am a talk show host. I'm giving you my opinion. That being said, the guy knows how to get real news and he knows how to report on it. Anderson Cooper, I don't know what the guy's doing, but spinning his opinion nonstop with that giggly laugh that drives me nuts.
Speaking of bad journalism, did you see the debate moderators MSNBC the other night?
And they were just that moderators who were pundits. Rachel Maddow, are you serious?
Yeah, and they wouldn't go on Fox News because it's not journalistic enough for them, huh?
I'm like, are you serious? What does Rachel Maddow have to offer other than her biased opinion? She's giving all of the candidates softball questions. She opens up with Elizabeth Warren. Oh, would you impeach the president? And then, of course, Elizabeth Warren goes in this huge pontification as to why we have to. Well, no, the real reason why you guys want to impeach him is because you can't beat it. As simple as that. So you want to damage him. You want that black mark on him because they won't be able to remove him. I don't want them to impeach him at all. They can't remove him, but they want to be able to say, well, he was impeached. Yeah, he was impeached, but he wasn't removed. He shouldn't be impeached.
Before we move from impeachment, I want to talk about how it's backfiring on the Democrats in my mind because once again, Jim Jordan's getting showcased.
Oh, yeah.
Every day on television. A new rising star, Elise Stefanik, has been born.
Absolutely.
She's done a great job. It's actually given exposure to the Republicans and poor exposure for the Democrats because they've got nothing when you watch these hearings.
Yep. I agree with you, Andy. It's really true that the rising star, Elise Stefanik, she's on fire. And what's interesting is that she is a conservative woman who knows how to stand her ground without coming out and saying, oh my God, they're hurting me, or they're doing me this way, or they're doing that. It's like, are you serious? I mean, she was the only conservative woman on the panel. And for, what's his name, pencil neck, as Rush Limbaugh would say, Adam Schiff, the fact that he would not recognize her at times and was constantly trying to cut her off. I mean, as a matter of fact, he was constantly trying to cut off a lot of the Republicans whenever they tried to speak or ask a question. He was giving more rights to the people who were sitting at the table talking as opposed to his colleagues. I'm like, are you serious? No, you can't finish that. You can't finish what you're saying, Elise, but I want the witness to keep talking. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yes, absolutely.
It makes absolute, and if people, and that's another thing I want to say about the impeachment hearing, that I hope people realize this is the consequences of an election. Election has consequences. And unfortunately, because the Democrats control the House, they can, this crazy kangaroo court that we see, this circus, I think I actually tweeted about it, calling it a circus, the greatest show on earth. They're within their rights, believe it or not, to do it. They can do whatever they want to do. They can shut down the Republicans and have this crazy circus kangaroo court that we're seeing right now. They're completely within their rights. Now, should it be done? Absolutely not. If Republicans were doing that, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, and CBS would all protest. Oh, that's not fair. But again, elections have consequences. And because they control the House, they can do it. They can do whatever the heck they want to do. They can shut down all of the witnesses, which in fact they did for the Republicans, and say, hey, you guys can't talk at all. Because it's a political process. Impeachment is a political process, and people have to understand it. And our forefathers were aware of it. But what they did not anticipate was that this day would come, and the Democrats, who were unable to accept an election, put together this whole rules with, oh, the president did something wrong. Oh, and we have a whistleblower, and we can't say his name, Eric Ciaramella. We can't say his name, Adam Schiff. We can't say any of their names. And Lieutenant Colonel Denman. We can't say that.
Adam Schiff doesn't know who the whistleblower is, Rob.
He doesn't know who the whistleblower is, but yet still, when they come close to saying who's the whistleblower, oh, don't say that. Because we want to protect his identity. It's like, but I can say Joe Schmo. You wouldn't know.
Not to mention his staff accidentally already leaked his name and documents, and then 2 days later he tries to act like he doesn't know who he is.
He knows who it is because he knows the guy came running to him saying, oh, I got some information and this might help you out.
That was like a great moment when Jim Jordan called him out on that yesterday.
Oh, absolutely.
Pretending he didn't know who the whistleblower was.
Right. He sits there like, I don't know. It's like, dude, come on. You know who it is. And everyone else knows, and they're lying. I heard President Trump say today earlier on Fox, on a Fox show, the morning show, he was saying that he welcomes a trial. And I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, because he knows that if it goes to the Judiciary Committee, he gets to ask, he gets to say, hey, I want this person to testify, I want this person to come up, and I want this person. Now, of course, the media is saying, well, he probably shouldn't do that because if he does, the Democrats can say that they want him to testify. Okay, fine. But it will do more harm to the Democrats because if you get Adam Schiff up there and say, did you speak to the whistleblower? Do you know who the whistleblower is? Did you draft the complaint of the whistleblower? That shuts it down. Now, it shuts it down in our eyes. But of course, the liberal media, working in tandem with the Democrats, will make us believe that what you saw, you really didn't see it. And that's not a shutdown. And this just the whole thing that's just going on and on and on. It's like, are you serious? Give me a break. Come on, folks.
What blows my mind, too, is Representative Stefanik brought up yesterday that every witness so far has admitted that there is a conflict of interest possibly with Burisma and Hunter Biden. Yet they still refuse to even mention Hunter Biden at the impeachment hearings, let alone subpoena him to testify when he's the main person that this whole sham is about.
Absolutely. They refuse to mention Hunter Biden. Why? I don't know. They want to protect Sleepy Joe Biden. And Andy, just going back to the debate, what the heck was going on with Joe Biden? He can't get a complete
his very first answer out the gate.
Right. The guy can't get a complete sentence out. I'm like, are you guys sure you want him out there? Put him to bed, give him milk and cookies, and put him to bed and kiss him goodnight. It's over. But they keep trying to push this guy like, oh no, he will do it. And in the meanwhile, you have Bloomberg, who
Socialist
is entering
Sanders,
ways.
who just had a heart attack.
Right, and they're trying to cover it up and saying, oh, well, it really wasn't a heart attack. It was a heart attack, okay? It was a heart attack. And the guy, this guy's not, I mean, no one has the energy to match Donald Trump's energy. No one. Hands down. The guy is like the Energizer Bunny. Sometimes I get tired looking at him. He keeps going and going and going. Bernie Sanders can't do it. Sleepy Joe, put him to bed. He is confused. That is the reason why Barack Obama will not back him. That is the reason why Barack Obama told his good friend Aaron Duvall, enter the race, because I don't think that Joe Biden will be able to last that very much longer. He's not going to be able to do it, And then what I thought was interesting, we're back at the debates, how they being the pundits, Rachel Maddow, tried to set up Tulsi Gabbard so that all the other candidates could attack her. Like they gave, what's her name?
Kamala Harris a softball.
Yeah, Kamala Harris, they gave her a softball so that she could attack her. Oh, well, she's always appearing on Fox News. It's like, what's wrong with appearing on Fox News? Are you serious?
It's the highest rated network on television for news.
Well, she's always appearing on Fox News talking against the Democrats. Well, no, she's calling the Democrats out.
She's appearing on that station that people actually watch.
Exactly. And she's calling balls and strikes, something that they can't handle. I'm like, she should be there. And just the same way her lawyers called out crooked Hillary. They said, Hillary, either put up or shut up. You made an accusation. Can you prove it?
There was an interesting part in the debate, too, where Mayor Pete attacked Tulsi. He claimed he wouldn't meet with dictators like Tulsi has met with Assad in the past. And even Barack Obama, when he ran for president, said that's what the president does. He speaks to everyone.
Absolutely.
Mayor Pete just showed his weakness, saying he wouldn't meet with the enemy.
Well, not only that, you could tell that Mayor Pete was a bit nervous, and he was caught off guard when Tulsi delivered that critical by saying, he said that he would do this, and he actually doesn't know what he's talking about. And he was like, the look on his face, like completely white. The thing about Mayor Pete is that, okay, maybe he's up in the polls in Iowa. And I think what he's counting on is that if the Democrats foolishly move to impeach the president, they will have to go to the Hill and sit there and not say a word and sit and sit and sit. Meanwhile, Mayor Pete will be out there running wild like a rabid dog saying, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. This is who I am, vote for me. I mean, the guy has no substance. He's a mayor of a small town. And why the heck he feels that he should be president is anyone's guess, other than the fact that he's a gay man. I don't care if you're a gay man. What can you produce? And I think the entire LGBT community, although they have their issues with him because they say he's not gay enough and he doesn't stand for our issues, they're still supporting him. Right. And if they see a glimmer of hope that they could push him through, I guarantee you they will try to push him through. But I'm here to tell you, folks, don't be deceived. Maybe one day, I'll say 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years from now, we might have a gay president, but Mayor Pete will not be the first gay president.
He kind of feels like what the Democrats wanted Beto O'Rourke to be. Young.
Where's Beto, by the way?
I've seen a picture of him on Twitter. He's got a full beard and everything. He's out hiding, I think, out in the mountains somewhere.
Maybe he should join Hillary Clinton. They should both go back to the woods together. It's funny because when he came out, it was like he was like a rock star. Oh, Barack Obama likes him. Oh, and Oprah Winfrey, she's talking to him and she's going to interview him in Times Square. And all this fanfare with,
she's going to take Texas from Ted Cruz.
Oh yeah. He can't even beat Ted Cruz. How the heck is he supposed to beat Donald Trump? It's like mirrors and smoke screens. It's like, folks, look at what the media is selling you. They knew the guy was a lightweight. But, oh, no, he looks kind of like a Kennedy, and he's a this, and he's tall, and he's blah, and blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but he has no substance. He's just a loudmouth with his twitch, and he's doing this and doing that. It's like, dude, take it down a level, please. So now where is he? He's off in the woods. Hopefully Hillary will go and join him in the woods. It's unbelievable. You know, when you watch these guys, you listen to Elizabeth Warren. So she's going to tax all the rich people, and she's going to pay for Medicare. Never mind that it's going to bankrupt the United States. But our gal, Elizabeth Warren, she's going to get out there and she's going to do it. It's like, I don't think so, Lizzie. You don't even know if you're an Indian or a middle-aged white woman. It's like, are you serious? Oh, yeah, she's going to go out there and she's going to make them all pay. In the meantime, she's on the back burner trying to get money from the same Wall Street executives that she plans on taxing up to wazoo. It ain't gonna work, Lizzie.
It's so pathetic how they will not press her on how she's going to pay for her plans on these debates. They let her get away with it.
Well, the thing is that if you noticed from the debate earlier this week, that on a lot of these candidates, they don't want to press them too hard lest they damage them. Right now, they don't know who's going to come out on top. I mean, they see that Joe is leading in the polls, but I think at the same time, they realize that he doesn't have the stamina to go against Donald Trump, who is a powerful machine. Elizabeth Warren, they're like, you know, she talks this talk and she says she's going to do this, she's going to give this away, and she's going to have health care for all. But at the same time, they know that this will ruin the country. It's just not plausible. It doesn't make any sense. Bernie Sanders, he doesn't have a clue, although you have ACOC or whatever her name is out there trying to support him, and him saying that, oh, well, if I'm nominated, she's going to have a very important role in my cabinet. What is she going to do? Take out your dustpan? Take out your bedpan? It's like, because you won't be able to do it. Meanwhile, his wife, I think, is under investigation for doing something with money at a university where she was a provost at. It's like, so you have all these issues that are going on. Cory Booker, he doesn't have a prayer. He's not going to make it. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard, I would never vote for her. I mean, I like listening to her. I like her being the foil in the Democratic Party. I know they don't like her, but I think she's funny. You know, the Steyer guy, he can forget it. He doesn't have a prayer. Okay. So I think whom they're looking at is Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, and Elizabeth Warren. Now
Mayor Pete.
And Mayor Pete. Now, Amy, what is the other lady's name?
Amy Klobuchar.
Klobuchar. Now, I mean, she could possibly, if all these other guys falter, you know, be a dark horse in all this, you know, and, you know, surprise us all. Yeah, but can she, you're right, I'd be surprised. She surprises all, I'd be surprised. But can she beat Donald Trump? No. I think that what they really wanted, if Kamala Harris had the staying power, they kind of wanted her because they felt that if she got it, Donald Trump wouldn't be able to attack her because she's a woman and she's a minority. But hello, he's equal opportunity. He will attack anyone. It doesn't matter.
Her incompetence is really shown in these debates.
Oh, absolutely. But see, that's how the Democrats think. Mm-hmm. Everything is about a class to them, who they're getting people, you know. So I think that is the reason why, going back to what you were saying as far as attacking them and pressing them on the issues, they don't want to because they don't want to expose them so earlier on in the game. Now, later on, depending on how much damage so they think they can inflict on Donald Trump with this whole impeachment thing, because they know they can't remove him. But if they can label him with he was impeached, they will run those ads nonstop in middle America. He was impeached. He was impeached. Meanwhile, you have Bloomberg, who spent $100 million so far running negative ads against President Trump. Now, imagine $100 million. The homes or the houses that he could have built for the homeless. The food he could have given to the homeless. All these projects that we need, roads and all these reconstruction things that we need done, he could have donated that money. But instead, what does he choose to do? He wants to buy an election. Why? It's his ego. He felt that, well, I was mayor of New York City for 3 terms. Surely I'll be able to govern the entire United States and tell them you can't drink this, you can't eat that. People, don't be deceived. Donald Trump didn't have to run.
He's going to be the second mayor of New York City to get the presidential cycle.
Exactly. But, you know, Donald Trump didn't have to run. Okay. But he did. I mean, he's losing money. And not only is he losing money, you still have the Democrats saying, well, he's poor. But at the same time, they'll say, oh, well, he's trying to gain money. It's like, which one is it? They keep changing the stories, just like impeachment. It was a quid pro quo, and then it was a bribery. Now it's extortion. And then obstruction of justice. It's like, are people really looking at the sleight of hands that they're doing here? It's on public TV. It's wide open. But the thing here that we have to be realized, especially we patriots of America and Trump supporters, is that most Democrats, they don't care. They know that it's all a sham. They know that it's a big lie. They know that it's a ruse. But what they're hoping is to sway some weak Republicans, conservatives, but definitely the independents. If they can sway them, they know that this whole thing is a lie. It's one big lie after the next. Lie, 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 lie. They know it. Okay? They don't care as long as they can get Trump out of office or impeach him so that people will say he's weak. But in the meantime, what we have to keep doing is saying, look at the economy. Look at what he's doing. Look at what's happening. Look at unemployment. Black people, look at what he's doing for you. So what they're constantly saying, oh, he's a racist, he's a that. Well, I hate to say it, but if that's what a racist looks like, well, maybe he should remain a racist because he's doing so much for minorities and for Hispanics and for women.
I hope all Trump supporters and Republicans realize how important it is to come out and vote for this election, because the Democrats have already promised open borders, and their goal is to completely change the demographics, just like they changed California. They want Texas to be next. They want Arizona. And another 4 to 8 years of Democrats are going to flood in so many illegal immigrants. It's going to be tough to recover from as a country.
Andy, that is so true. It is scary, and I look at it, and it's very scary as to how they changed California. And look at California now. It's becoming a third world country. They want to go to Texas because what happens is that these idiots, I look at New York, where I'm from, what they do is that they go in with their crazy policies, go in, we got to help this person, we got to help this person and that person. We want to increase taxes to help them. Once the taxes get to a certain point that they don't like it because they see that it's eating into their pockets, they leave. They seek out another state to go and damage. So they'll leave New York, and who's stuck here? People who can't leave New York. Who's stuck here? The minorities are stuck here. Now, you'll still have a rich class as here, but a majority of those people will be poor, homeless, and jobless. Look at Detroit. Look at what happened to Detroit. All the money left. Now, you still have rich people there. Kid Rock is there. Aretha Franklin was there before she died. But then there are other people who can't find a job that are left behind, whereas others are able to leave and start afresh. And where do they go? They go to these innocent states, and they bring their wacky ideas. Well, we need to do this, and we need to do that. And then the same thing happens over and over again. We have to stop it. We have to tell these people, stay where you are and shut up. Let us run the government. Look at Chicago. A complete disaster. Every weekend, blacks are killed. Every weekend, they're shot. No one says anything about it. But the moment you have a mass shooting somewhere, and they're all hoping and praying secretly that it's a white person, hopefully the killer is a white person. And the moment they find out, they jump out. Oh, we got to report on it 24/7. But did you guys notice just recently the shootings that we had? You didn't see CNN setting up camp? You didn't see MSNBC out there? Why weren't they concerned about those shootings at the school in California? Why weren't they concerned? I'll tell you why. They were too busy trying to take out the president with the impeachment. A coup d'etat. That's what they were trying to do. So the shootings be damned. So although they're saying, oh, this is important, we're concerned about the shootings. They weren't concerned about that shooting.
Shootings keep happening in the state with the strictest gun laws and then the city with the strictest gun laws in the country. Before we go, Rob, we got a couple minutes left. Is there anything you'd like to touch on?
Nope, I think that, we've touched on just about everything. I want people to keep an eye out for this new FISA thing that's coming out, whereby they said that an FBI agent altered documents. Now, when they say it, they also say that, but it didn't change anything. I don't care if it didn't change anything. The person committed a crime. The person should go to jail.
That's right.
Look at Paul Manafort. He went to jail for a process crime.
Roger Stone.
Roger Stone recently, process crimes. So if you're saying that this FISA abuse thing was just a process crime, I want the person who committed it to go to jail. Democrats have to start going to jail. And I know that they're saying the Inspector General report will be coming out December 9th, and that Horowitz can't charge anyone, but I hope he makes a referral to John Durham. I hope John Durham does his job. And if it goes all the way to the top, taking out top people, so be it. Because that's the only way we can drain the swamp.
American people are sick of the Democrats being protected and President Trump getting treated like garbage by the establishment.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Please check out our website, magAMedia.org. Check out Rob on Twitter at RobJH1 and check me out at Smalltown Andrew. Thanks to @LazyMeatball for handling the computer.
All right.
Thank you.
See you guys next time.